LG have a new 32-inch 4K HDR monitor with FreeSync and Thunderbolt 3, so let's check it out and find out how well it handles content creation, gaming, and day-to-day tasks. The Nano IPS panel is 31.5 inches with a 16:9 aspect ratio and runs with a 4K resolution. It's just got a 60Hz refresh rate, 5ms gray to gray response time, and has FreeSync, so should do okay for gaming too. However, for most games, you're going to need some pretty serious GPU power to maintain good FPS at 4K. LG just lists that the monitor has support for 98% of the DCI-P3 color space, and unfortunately my software can't confirm this. Using the Spider 5 Pro, I did measure the panel with 100% of sRGB, 83% of NTSC, and 89% of Adobe RGB. So it seems a little better when compared with MSI's Creator monitor I recently tested in this regard. LG also lists a contrast ratio of 1300:1, and I measured mine at 950:1, though I have noticed my tool always comes in below what's specified. They note that it's got a 450 nit typical brightness and 750 nit peak brightness, and when at 100% brightness in the center, I measured 423 nits. Ghosting isn't something I'm personally sensitive to, however you can see the differences between the 4 response time settings here, which are having it off, set to normal, fast, or faster. And in this test, faster did look noticeably better, but I could only really tell that after reviewing the playback in slow motion. Viewing angles were fine regardless of angle. LG note that it's good for up to 178 degrees both horizontally and vertically. The monitor is certified for VESA Display HDR 600, and HDR content looked good, better when compared to SDR content at least. Though I still don't have tools to properly test HDR, and it's not really something I can show you either. My camera isn't recording in HDR, and you may not have an HDR monitor to view the result anyway. With HDR mode enabled, it enables local dimming. While I didn't see the number of zones listed in the specs, I counted 15. The bezels aren't too thick. I measured them at around 1.1 centimeters on all 4 sides, though I honestly can't say I noticed them given how large the panel is. There was some backlight bleed, mainly towards the bottom corners, though I could only see this during this worst case test. I never noticed it while normally viewing darker content, but this will vary between monitor. It's not all just about the panel though. Taking a look at the rest of the monitor, it's got a curved metal base with a silver finish. I did find this a bit less stable than I'd like. The monitor would shake a little while typing. However, I did like that there was plenty of space compared to other stands on my desk. The exterior of the stand is the same silver color, but it's made of plastic. The stand connects to the back of the panel without any tools required, and behind this there are 4 screws for the 100mm VESA mount if you want to attach the panel to a different stand or monitor arm. Down the bottom in the center there's a Kensington lock, and below this is the single joystick for on-screen display navigation, more on that soon, with the 2 5-watt speakers found on either side. The speakers sound pretty good, at least for a monitor. Definitely above average out of the ones I've used. There was even a little bass, and they were still quite clear at higher volumes. Otherwise, the back also has the I/O in the center facing out. There's a HDMI 2.0 and DisplayPort 1.4 input, power input, 3.5mm headphone jack, 2 Type-C ports for Thunderbolt 3, and the bottom one also supports DisplayPort, and 2 Type-A USB ports which can be used if you're connected to your computer with Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt 3 port can apparently be used to daisy chain 2 4K monitors together with one port. However, as I've just got the one, I haven't tested this. LG note that the monitor can provide up to 60 watts of power delivery over this port too, so you could potentially charge your laptop with a single cable to the monitor if it supports Type-C charging, like say the Dell XPS or MacBook. The on-screen display was pretty easy to navigate using the joystick. It was easy to reach from just below the screen compared to others that you have to reach around the side to get to. This doubles as the power button if you hold it. When you power it on, it makes a beep which can be disabled, and you can also move it left and right to adjust speaker volume or quickly mute. LG also provide their on-screen control center software which lets you control the screen through Windows with your mouse. Normally software like this needs a USB connection to the PC or laptop so you can manage it. However, I found it to work with just DisplayPort only, which I'm still a little confused about. The software lets you set different screen splits, change picture modes, update the monitor, adjust response time, enable FreeSync, and more. I found the screen split option nice, By default in Windows 10, it's easy to set two windows side by side. However, you can select from a lot more custom splits through the software. Dragging a window into one of these zones will automatically maximize it within the specific zone. The monitor comes with a nice assortment of cables, including two Type-C, HDMI, DisplayPort, and power cable. The monitor uses quite a large external power brick as well. It's white and matches the rest of the cables. There's a little plastic clip that you can stick on the stand to aid with cable management too, and I was able to get things looking pretty tidy with it. There are a few adjustments available, including -5 to 20 degrees of tilt, between 0 and 110mm of height adjustment, and there's even 180 degrees of pivot, though unfortunately no side-to-side swivel here. So far the monitor looks pretty good, but how is it to actually use day to day? I normally use a 32-inch 4K monitor as my daily driver, the BenQ one which I've previously reviewed in the past. I can easily say that this LG one instantly looked better in about every way. The colors were obviously better, and screen brightness was a noticeable step up. Even just having something as simple as height adjustment was a nice change. After editing a few videos on it, I'm a little sad that I don't get to keep it. Great, so how much does it cost and is it worth it? For updated pricing, check the links in the description, as prices will change over time. In the US, it appears to be going for around $1,100 at the moment, while here in Australia, the recommended retail price is $2,600 Australian dollars on the LG website, though you can buy it for around $1,400 Australian dollars. It's definitely not cheap, and honestly, it's hard for me to compare with others that I've tested, as I haven't tested many close to this price point. While I think it's a nice monitor and better than what I was using previously, it would be hard for me to justify the extra money for the improvements. At least while there are other options like LG's own 5K ultrawide for less money with similar specs. I do personally prefer the larger screen real estate, granted I'd prefer a curved option at that length. Let me know what you thought of LG's 32UL950 monitor down in the comments. Let me know if you found any monitors that are great for video editing. I'm still on the lookout to try more, and if you're new to the channel, consider getting subscribed for future tech videos like this one.